The most prestigious boot you could ever achieve. Players who score a lot get this. Players who don't score a lot wear these. It's the Golden Boot, and this is the Golden Boot draft. In FPL, you get points for goals, assists, clean sheets, and bonus. But it's the goal points that feel a lot more special. The feeling of your player scoring a hat-trick is better than any other feeling in the world, and it doesn't cost €50. So what if we made a team entirely of potential Golden Boot winners? Well, unfortunately, we can't do a Man City year and spend more money than we're allowed to and still get away with it, so we're still going to have to stick to the rules and budget. Starting the team at the back. Unfortunately, there is no current goalkeeper that has ever scored in the league. But if there was anyone to do it, it's probably the one that kind of broke the world record for the longest football drop kick. He can absolute welly boot that ball. And sometimes he fancies as a ball player midfielder in some games. And it's none other than Ederson. And he did actually have an assist the season before last too. But also remember that Mr. Pep, you know, the bald fraudio himself, once said that Ederson is actually the best penalty kick taker in the Man City team. Now, just imagine their goalkeeper Ederson started taking the penalties. Like, Ederson could actually score more goals than Firmino in a season. Moving on to defence. Now, the problem with this draft is that I don't actually want to put any of the top scoring defenders in this team because I just much rather have the top scoring attackers. So for that reason, we're going to spray paint the cheapest defenders' boots gold instead and choose the top scoring ones out of the cheapest ones. But also for that reason, we're going to leave the defenders on red for now and actually choose our potential top scoring players first. Starting with Salah. Not only is he the bookies' favourite to be the top scorer this season, but he won 2 Golden Boots back-to-back after returning to the Premier League and narrowly missing out on his 3rd last season. So can Chicken Tico Mo Salah do it again? Where even in games he doesn't score, he still has like 5 to 10 shots or chances to score. Like, just imagine if Mo Salah had the best finishing rate he's ever had in his entire life. With the amount of chances he gets put on his plate in front of him, he could actually score like 40 goals this season. And that's not even an exaggeration. I think he will definitely be up there for top scoring again this season, and that's why he's in this team. Ready polishing his boots to make them golden. Next up, right next to him, it's the bookie's second favourite odds to be Mr. Golden Shoe Wearer. It's Aubameyang! Just like Salah, Auba is priced at 12 million here in FPL, and for good reason. As not only can he get involved in all the assists, but he loves scoring them golassos too. He shared the Golden Boot the season before last with Salah and Mane, and was actually only 1 goal off getting a golden pair last season. And who wouldn't want a golden pair? Especially under Arteta, Aubameyang has looked very good and can have the best season he's ever had in an Arsenal shirt. Can he do it? He's in this team. Forwarding on to a forward now, it's the guy that not only already has 2 Golden Boots, not only came runner-up another season with 29 goals, one of the most goals scored by a runner-up, and he also scored 29 goals the season before that, even with only playing 30 games. It's Mr. Don't stand too close because he might end up dribbling and spitting on you when he talks. It's Mr. Harry Kane. He's the 13th top scorer of the Premier League of all time. And he's only 27. And he is looking to see if he can beat that record. Injury has been the only thing getting in his way, but he is looking pretty fit for this season, no homo, and ready to go. Could this be another season when Kane gets all the balls in the goals? And make everyone sing, "You just got caned. You just got caned." That is why he's in this team. With next to him, another clinical goal scorer, one that's also won the Golden Boot before, and was also the best minutes per goal average out of any player last season. It's Aguero! He's actually the 4th highest goal scoring player in the Premier League ever, where he only needs 8 more goals to go into 3rd. I got a feeling he probably will get at least 8 goals this season and could potentially have the most out of anyone if injuries don't try and uppercut him like they usually do. A fully fit Aguero all season is a fully goal-scoring Aguero. Based on goals per minute, he would have almost been top scoring every season he's had in the Premier League if it wasn't for those injuries, and also the fact that Man City have like 8 attackers now, meaning his minutes are reduced. But he makes this team. Moving on to our final forward, a player that did get a Golden Boot last year. It's a guy that might be having a party, but it's not Jamie Vardy. It's Alexandra Mitrovic. Now, okay, stop. I know, obviously, he's not going to be anywhere the top scorer this season by the end. Well, he might, but no. But he was the top scorer in the Championship last season, so he does actually have a golden boot. And financial fair play would have to intervene into my team if I spent over that 100 million budget. So in terms of his price, I think he will be the top scoring cheap forward. That also allows us to actually have 15 players. Moving on to our next player in this team, it is none other than Star Boy himself. Potential to be one of the best, Mason Greenwood. Now, he might not be a contender for Golden Boot just yet, but he actually scored 10 Premier League goals last season in only 12 starts, whilst having a better goal-to-minute ratio than the actual Golden Boot winner last season in Jamie Vardy, whilst also having a better conversion rate than Martial, Mane and even Kane last season, and a better shot accuracy than the rest of the players in this team. Now, yes, smaller sample size. Can he do it over an entire season? We are not sure yet. But with how deadly his finishing is, with how easy it is to him to have a thunder blast with any of his feet, both of them being rifles on that ball into the top corner, I think one day he will definitely be a Golden Boot winner. But he makes his team now based on financial fair play rules, and for the fact I definitely think he's going to be the highest scoring player for his price this season. Now, we have kind of run out of money already. Almost. We've got 4 ultra premiums in this team, along with a mid-range midfielder and a forward. Meaning we are going to have to really get our yoga moves out right now and properly stretch to finish this team. With our final non-defender player being Thomas Soucek. Now Soucek is Fellaini with no afro. Fellaini too. Maybe even a better player than Fellaini ever was. And Fellaini was the best in the world for his entire career. But Soucek is a defensive midfielder, you know, the ones that aren't really known for scoring goals. But he scored 15 goals in all competitions last season in 39 games for both of his clubs. And West Ham bought him off Slavia Prague in January, where with Slavia Prague he scored against Inter Milan and Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. I've never seen a defensive midfielder that prolific in my life that isn't called Fellaini. And that is why he makes this team, because he's going to score 30 goals this season, easy, all on his head. He's also 250 to 1 odds to be top scorer out of anyone. Pretty good odds if you ask me. Now that's it. That's all of our attacking players done. But there's still 3 defenders to go. With just enough money left in our back pocket to, just about afford a 99p cheeseburger. But actually, we can afford 3 of the cheapest starting defenders here, where I've gone for this. Adam Webster, Issa Diop, and this guy. How do you say that? Now, you might say, hang about Mr. Bacon Boy, why on earth would these defenders be in a Golden Boot draft? Well, actually, Webster and Diop both scored 3 goals last season, which is only 1 less than Trent and Doherty, whilst they both didn't play every game for their team either. This guy, Lugin, I think, is here, because he managed to score 2 goals for Newcastle in just 440 minutes. A goal every 220 minutes. Which is actually almost just as good as De Bruyne's goal-scoring record last season. yes, I know, smaller sample size, not really comparable, but that's still mad for a defender who hardly played. But let's, for FPL's sake and FPL experts' sake, actually put in 3 cheap defenders people would actually put in their teams with these. And that is the team, the Golden Boot draft. Now, would I suggest to make a team like this? Absolutely not. Well, I mean, you can if you want to, but I don't know about that. But why build a team like this then? I think this is a good point to make, where you could want to aim to have all the best players, all the top scorers in your team. You want them all. But then your actual entire team suffers because of it. It is much more important to go for a balanced team all around the park, as 2 good players are usually a lot better than 1 elite player and 1 really bad player. For example, Aubameyang and Webster could actually be Bruno and Doherty for the same price, which would probably get you 50 to 100 points more if you went for the latter. And also, it's not just about goals. There are some players that are good options that don't even score, but they can get points from doing the other things. But also, it is fun to see who we think will get the Golden Boot. As if you think a player will do it, what's stopping you from owning him all season, even when he's got bad fixtures? As the top scorers can't win a Golden Boot without scoring against any team. They can do it against anyone. Anyone, any goal. So my question for you is, who will be the Golden Boot winner this season? Thanks for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.